I'm Andy Olson.
I'm Tiffany Tripp, and we're at Gray's Farm. We're farming in Faribault, Minnesota on a family farm. We raise ducks for eggs, chickens, and then pasture-raised pigs. Duck eggs compared to chicken eggs, there are a few differences and there's a lot of similarities too. When they open up that duck egg, it's going to have a larger yolk. That yolk has a higher good fat content. People use the duck egg sometimes for baking because the higher fat content makes a richer, more moist baked good. Currently, our ducks are housed in an old pole shed that was built for dairy cattle, and it's had a lot of wear and tear on the building.
It's a pole building, a loafing shed, really. It's 3 walls and a roof. The reason we're wanting to construct a building is to help in our daily chores.
All winter long here in Minnesota, we are hauling 5-gallon pails of water at least 100 feet or more from where we have a water pump to the duck shed. That is a lot of time spent doing the daily chores, but it's also a lot of wear and tear on our bodies. So we're looking to build the new duck shed with a no-freeze water pump already inside of it. We are very thankful for the LOFF grant because we've been wanting to build this new duck shed for over 2 years, and it's really giving us the boost to move forward with this plan. When people shop for local foods, they can have more assurance that it was raised or grown in a healthy way. That product is not transporting thousands of miles away. So the freshness of that product will also result in better flavor.
That's something that is gratefully needed in local food movement. People are there to support you.
My name is Waku, and I'm the owner of Twin City Organic Farm. I like farming. I love growing stuff. I want to be eating healthy food and growing produce organically. That is my intention since I was young and since I was in Thailand. I focus on the mainstream crops such as zucchini, cucumbers, tomato, fennel, kohlrabi. I sell to Big Real Farms CSS program. Being healthy, eating healthy without using any chemical or pesticide, that's the #1 motivate me to grow food organically. I'm so glad, so happy for the committee that selected Twin City Organic Fund to be one of the recipients of the 2020. And it allowed me to purchase the Telmo tractor, the wall-behind cultivator, with the basket weeder. The tractor helped to combat with the weeding at the early stages. You only take about 10-20 minutes in terms of if you're using him, you may take an hour to do just one bag or one row. So that's the difference. It's just being healthy. I love to provide food to local people and enjoy working outdoor. That's one of my favorite things to do. Farming take a lot of effort, take a lot of care. We do the work because we love doing it, not just about money.
I'm Dan Kaepernick.
And I'm Jenny Kaepernick, and this is Little Big Sky Farm in Henderson, Minnesota.
We are a diverse vegetable farm. We sell most of our produce through community-supported agriculture shares, CSA shares. We grow just all sorts of vegetables, from lettuce to tomatoes and onions and watermelons. Anything that would surprise and delight somebody to see that you could eat seasonally in Minnesota.
We do a lot of head lettuce, and then we also sell a salad mix. We transplant these tiny little head lettuces, and we transplant how many of them?
It's 1,600 plants every 2 weeks by hand.
Yes, by hand. And we were in a place where we just couldn't pack the way we were, where we were like setting up a tent and tables.
We're building a pack shed, 2 12-foot by 12-foot lean-tos onto our existing cooler and shed space that we can use for packing vegetables and washing, bagging, cleaning.
To create these permanent rooms and spaces to wash is huge.
I feel so much hope about how much demand there is for local, sustainably grown produce and food. Having funds from Lakewinds to grow our farm means that we can increase what we can offer.
This grant, it supports local farmers and local economy in a huge way.
My name is Leslie Sicina, and I run and own Cylon Rolling Acres in Deer Park, Wisconsin. I didn't grow up on a farm, but I grew up in a rural community, got involved in agriculture while I was in high school. I came from a family of entrepreneurs. My husband grew up on a dairy farm. And so as I looked at the opportunity for raising goats, it really came from looking at what market opportunities were out there and where there was a need. It's really hard for customers to find a supply for goat meat. Also, if you can find it, it's typically imported all the way from Australia. We raise Boer Kiko cross goats, which they're 2 prominent meat goat breeds. We rotationally graze them, so that means every few days we're moving them to a fresh section of grass. Rotational grazing is really great for the goats because it gives them fresh forage to eat. It's good for their health, but it's also really good for the soil. We received a grant for helping fund a refrigerated trailer. When we pick up meat from the butcher, we would put that into coolers, which in the back of our pickup truck with a topper, it's very awkward to be packing up a lot of boxes into coolers. It'll really streamline getting our meat from our processor, our butcher, and bring it back here to the farm for on-farm storage. The grant program really is an important and very appreciated resource for farmers. Farming is a very intensive occupation in terms of work, but also investments in infrastructure and assets. It really is a big deal for our farms.